Good evening and welcome to this regular meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Are we ready to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Grigsby,
Here.
Mr. Haynes,
Here.
Mrs. McCarthy, here, Mr. Vaca,
Here.
Mr. Wampelman.
Here. It is recommended that the Board of Education enter into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, compensation of public employees, and matters related to negotiations of public employees. There will be action to follow.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. McCarthy, second by Mr. Haynes. Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy? Yes. Mr. Haynes,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca,
Yes.
Mr. Wampelman.
Yes.
601.
We're going to go ahead and resume this public session at 7:40. Finalization of the agenda. Do we have anything to add or remove?
Mr. Vaca, I would like to recommend that we strike item X under other board business. That would be letter B, number 1.
I have a motion to strike that. Motion.
So.
Second by Mr. Haynes. Did you motion that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was my motion to strike item.
Motion by Ms. McCarthy, second by Mr. Wampelman. Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy,
Yes.
Mr. Wampelman,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Mr. Haynes.
Yes.
And Mr. Vaca.
All right, we ready to the superintendent president report?
Okay, I am really excited to introduce two familiar faces to you, but Claire Bank and Bill Sherman from TDA and Cameron Construction are here tonight to give the board and the public an update about some of the happenings. And it's pretty active today. You haven't seen, so we're excited to hear your report.
Well, thank you all. I'm gonna kick things off, and I'm gonna jump in here in a little bit. Appreciate everyone's attention here and time here, just to give you a brief update on what we've been doing. I think coming out of the winter recess, there's probably been some public questions about what's going on. And I think this will put any rumors that might exist out there to bed. We have been extremely active through the winter months, both the design team and the construction team. And we're right where we want to be. So hopefully you can see. All right, sorry. Here you go. So just as a reminder on the overall schedule, this is the same schedule that we presented, about a year ago. Hasn't changed, other than the red line, which is really where the data line is, where we are to date. So we're past the new construction of the construction of the new transportation and maintenance center. We've got the early site work done, which is the green bar on this chart. And we're just now embarking on the construction of the new high school, which is obviously the flagship of the project. And we're really excited here. And the completion date holds steady. None of that changes. So summer of June of 28, we'll be completing the new high school. Pictures of the new transportation and maintenance center as I read in here again. Go ahead, Paul, if you would, please. What we have been busy on thus far. We have completed the west, just as kind of brief recap, we've completed the new west parking lots on campus, which have been critical because of the parking needs, as we've taken a lot of your parking for the new high school. The new transportation and maintenance center is complete and in use. So that's wonderful. I know there was a open house for the drivers and their families and mechanics and their families last weekend. And the building pad, which is the earthwork preparation for the new high school, that is really complete and ready to go, ready for foundations. We also have installed a new underground conduit, electrical conduit. Not very exciting, I know, but exciting to us because it eliminates an aerial line, an aerial electric line that kind of bisected the high school site. So with this new conduit in place, we're able to remove that line in preparation of construction of the new high school. Also a key component. And today we started demolition of the existing maintenance building. So that was exciting. And a little bit exciting and to kick things off in the spring. That'll be gone here in another day or so. Meanwhile, while that on-site work has been continuing, Claire and Ten Design have finished the high school design. As you all know, we have submitted our guaranteed maximum price proposal. You all approved that last December. Since then, we went out and we solicited subcontractor bids. So we have subcontractors now in place. We actually took the overall high school project, broke it down into 33 bid packages, carved up into different scopes, and we received 113 bids for those 33 bid packages. So great interest, good coverage. We've vetted out, we have just about vetted out all the low bids, and we are awarding subcontracts as we speak. So great news. We're going to see some activity here. On the screen, obviously, this is from last fall, this site work shot, pre-snow. But really that shows the building pad complete, ready to go, as you have seen that for the last few months. Maintenance building, you can just barely see it in the background. That will disappear. That will, the new high school will really encompass that entire site. What you'll see coming up here, Paul, if you would, in the next few months, mention the demolition and maintenance building. We will be setting up our site office in the old bus garage building. So that's where we will be on site. We're going to adjust some of the perimeter fencing around the high school site. There's a temporary gravel lot that we put in place for the bus drivers primarily. That's right behind the old bus garage. We're going to encompass that within the construction site. You'll see some trailers landing there here over the next 3 months or so. So there'll be some adjustments to the site fencing as planned. We also are going to, in a few weeks, take over half of that temporary student parking area. That was always the plan for our construction park. So we have a few weeks still on that, but so we will make some adjustments to the perimeter fencing, and super excited. By the end of this month, we will be starting foundations. So you won't see a lot coming out of the ground because we'll be in the ground, but we'll be excavating and installing the concrete foundations under all the underground plumbing, and that's going to be the lion's share of the next quarter. You'll start to see masonry walls as well, but it probably you won't really start to see some of those until April or so, and I'll show you in a moment here where you'll see that. And then while we're doing that, we'll be procuring the structural steel. We'll be procuring a lot of the lead time items. So just like this winter where you didn't see a lot of activity, there was a lot of activity happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of activity that's happening behind the scenes right now, procuring some of the long lead time items. If you advance the screen once more, Paul, thank you. So this is kind of an aerial shot looking downward at the high school site. You can almost see the elevations. There's some varying elevations within the new high school. Once more, Paul, please. We have taken the high school for construction purposes and divided into buildings, even though it's all one building. I don't want anyone misconstruing that. That's how we are attacking the construction sequencing. Building A is the green section on this screen. That's primarily where most of the academic spaces are, the two-story structure. That's going to be our initial phase that we're going to be focusing on for a couple of reasons. All the mechanical spaces, I'm getting a little probably too technical, but a lot of the mechanical and infrastructure comes into the back of the building between the blue section and the green section between building A and building C. So we want to make sure we get that infrastructure into the building. We're going to focus on the foundations for building A. Our overall goal is to get building A substantially enclosed before the next winter season, which is a tall order, and we know that, but that's important to the overall schedule, because if we get that closed, then we'll be very busy and very productive inside of that building through the inclement weather months, and then not burning money doing foolish things outside, obviously. You'll start to see some masonry towers for the elevators going up. That's probably the first masonry you'll see. And you'll also see maybe a high wall between the green section, building A, and building C going up. And that's the wall between the auditorium and the academic wing, because those are key components of your overall sequencing for the steel. And then the steel will arrive. Building A is primarily a steel structure. That steel we anticipate starting to be erected on site sometime in August. So it's really going to get exciting then, because you'll see the building becoming vertical. So that's generally the sequence. We'll get building A enclosed, and then concurrently be working on building C and building B. C is the auditorium and the PAC and all the performing arts areas. And then of course, building B is the gymnasium, the auditorium, and the field house area. So that's it in a nutshell on the construction sequencing. We're really excited. My team's ready to go. Been a long time, I know, for the community, but rest assured, we are right where we need to be, right on schedule. So I don't know if it's clear.
Yeah. So from a design standpoint, we don't really have visuals to share, because at this point they'd be pretty boring visuals, because we're doing a lot of support of Canon. So we are making sure that as submittals are coming in, we're reviewing them in a timely manner, we're answering any questions. So it's a lot of sort of behind the scenes work. So we have a couple really quick things that was a slightly more fun than the boring visuals, just hitting on some of the engagement. There will be a lot of really great opportunities for students to engage during construction, which Hammond will bring up, but this was a recent thing, not at all taking credit for it. We were invited to participate, but we were happy to attend Future Now, along with Hammond. So this is an image from that. Go ahead. These are some statistics from that. Again, not taking credit for it, just attendees. But what we were really reflecting on from it is just that we were super impressed with the sort of opportunity for your students, and reflecting that as we went through school, we didn't have anything like that from our side, or from, I think, the participants from Hammond's side. So we were thankful to get to participate. We were happy to share our expertise and sort of plant those seeds, hopefully, with your students as they look at their options for the future. So that is sort of my update, which is very short tonight. But a lot of the more substantial, I would say, updates are going to come from Hammond's team as we move through construction. So thank you for your time. Thank you.
Any questions at all from board members?
I have one question about the parking, that you're moving fencing. How is that, or does it affect the entryway off of Bainbridge?
For the school population, it doesn't affect it at all. We will
Okay.
not impact that main driveway at all.
Okay,
And all of our construction traffic will come in from the fenced gated area that's on the east side of the site.
okay,
You know, so we won't, that driveway will remain as is. Now, there will be some limited shared use, because our construction traffic, our personnel only, not construction vehicles, but vehicles of the workers, they will come in and immediately go to the left into a fenced-in area that's currently being temporarily used by students.
right,
But we'll contain them in a fenced-in area. There'll be a fence separating the construction worker parking from the adjacent student parking.
but it doesn't impede the entryway from Bainbridge.
It does not at all.
The
Very
campus.
close.
Okay, thank
So
you.
when you divide that, are you dividing that north and south or east and west?
It'll be a north-south fence.
Okay.
Yeah. The 6-foot high fence will install.
And then I guess for our administrators, how does that look for our students who might have assigned parking in that area?
So right now, our students don't have assigned parking in the gravel lot. Since we have turned over occupancy of the maintenance transportation, the staff from the high school who were parking in lot D, which would be your lot directly out from the 5-8 Media Center, have migrated to Pitts Boulevard. So that has been lined and numbered, and those passes have been switched over, which then opened up the majority of lot D for our student drivers, in addition to much of the back portion of lot C, which would be to the right of that, so more along Ranger Way, but south. So really at this point, we have very few students parking in the gravel. It's just overflow if they are late or they leave and come back, and everything else is full. So it's very minor, and students were never assigned spots because so many of them do come and go.
Right.
So they just find a spot that's open.
Thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I was impressed you got utilities out there that quick.
Oh, honestly,
Okay.
they've been phenomenal. First Energy has been really responsive for us. So yeah, I agree. It's really worked out well.
It's normally not that easy.
I agree.
Nice
You're
job.
So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you both. And because it was brought up, I did, as you saw, had the opportunity with many of my colleagues to visit the Future Now event that was held last week at the high school, and it was the different sessions that Lee Armbruster and the high school admin team and Heather Miller and many of our team members put in place for kids to explore some of what they think they might want to do in the future. Hearing from some of our panels, we had concurrent sessions, hearing from multiple different parties. I walked into one session where John Montgomery was part of that panel. There was another where Randy Schnell from the county was part of a session with kids. And then all of the different colleges, organizations, and representatives that were there to share with us kids. So thank you both for being there. I know that you're not as exciting as the snake lady, but we were very grateful that you took the time to be there. There was some pretty great places for kids to see. So
Next time you might want to consider bringing a snake.
I know. Gotta have an animal.
we did laugh because there was a student who must have misunderstood and shared somewhere along the lines that we had to go visit the booth with the lady that made the fur rugs. So we were, again, very grateful for all of the partnerships throughout the community. So thank you. That concludes Superintendent's report.
Thank you. All right, here's an opportunity for hearing of the public. If there's anybody in attendance this evening that would like to address the Board of Education, now's your chance. Seeing none, is there any announcements this evening?
I have no announcements.
All right, we'll move right into the education report. Mr. Wampelman.
We have one item for consideration on his education report. We have the 2026 summer school offerings and brochure. This is the first reading for this item. The second reading consideration for approval will be at the March 17th regular meeting.
Thank you. Communications report, Mr. Grigsby.
Yes, sir. It is recommended that the Board of Education accept the following gifts with appreciation. The Lions Club of North Ridgeville Educational Outreach Program donated $3,165 to support teachers and staff. The Liberty PTO gave $869 for staff appreciation events and student popsicles. Our HTA PTO gave $610.53 for PBIS prizes, staff appreciation, and teacher grants. Julie Daniels donated 2 gently used violas with cases. And the North Ridgeville Band Boosters gave $245 for 17 marching choirs. Third Generation Construction gave $100 for the Amazing Shake event. The Mulkins family donated $75 for the Sparkle Cheer team. Delmar and Sherry Holland donated $500 for the NRHS bowling team. And towards the Washington, D.C. trip, Cult Manufacturing gave $634. The NREA donated $1,000. Northridge Retirement Center gave $634. Kevin Fugrus gave $100. Holly Swank gave $634. Vitality Health, $1,268. And the North Ridgeville National Police Association gave $634. And as always, we thank our community for the tremendous support of our schools and students.
Thank you. Human Resources report, Mr. Haynes.
Thank you, Mr. Rockford. We have several items to consider under the Human Resources report. 1 summer school coordinator, 2 support staff appointments, 1 non-NREA supplemental contract, 2 certified staff adjustments, 2 certified staff leave of absence, 1 support staff leave of absence, 1 certified staff resignation, 1 support staff resignation. This is the first reading of these items. Second reading and consideration for approval will be on the March 17th regular meeting. This concludes this part of the meeting.
Mr. Haynes, we'd like to continue with you or human resources? Other board business?
Page 6. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Sorry. We have other items to consider under the Human Resources Report. 1 non-representative support staff appointment, 1 non-NREA supplemental contract. I move to approve the Human Resources item in 1 reason.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Haynes, second by Mr. Grigsby. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Haynes,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca,
Yes.
Mr. Wampler.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a brief recess, so I can check on something quickly. All right, it is recommended that the Board of Education adjourn this regular meeting.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. McCarthy, second by Mr. Haynes. Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. Haynes,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca,
Yes.
Mr. Wampler.
Yes.
He goes to break.